welcome back. Still along his journey to film podcast. I'm Russ here with my co-host Andy and special recurring guest John Malkovich. And check out the YouTube and follow us on Letterboxd. And it's episode number 20. We're talking about Scream 2. So all right. So what did we think of Scream 2? Electric Boogaloo.
Scream 2. I like Scream 2, and I used to argue that it's just as good as 1, but after seeing Scream 5 and going back through all the movies, I definitely would put it just above 3 in the bigger picture. Because I think Scream 4 aged spectacularly well, but we'll get to that.
It's a solid sequel, but it does have its fair share of bad moments.
Like, definitely.
In the cafeteria scene.
Oh, yeah, that was cringe.
That was awful.
Yeah,
but anyways,
that hurt to watch.
we should probably talk about the general plot of Scream 2, which is...
It's happening again.
This time.
Scream 2 follows Sydney Prescott, and she's off to college. And the Ghostface killer is back, and she's... I don't know why I said she is stalking Sydney again.
Well, it is she, technically.
Well, yeah, I'm saying she because Anyways, killer's back, and we're at college. Yeah, baby. So, this film is pretty lengthy. It's pretty okay.
I'm not a huge fan of it. Oh, it's from '97. It's also directed by Wes Craven. So
what do y'all think about the opening scene? I think the opening is pretty okay. I think seeing Stab on screen, on like the theater screen, is pretty interesting because how the fuck does anyone actually know what happened? During that night with Casey, because everyone who actually saw it go fucking down is dead.
Yeah, I mean it's very kind of cheesy. I mean the whole stab thing. Like you said it in the first discussion, like how it's like Luke Wilson. What the fuck, Luke Wilson?
I think.
Luke Wilson and like Tori Spelling, or like it's very goofy and like it's very it's like when they're watching it. It's it's like a more generic version of the opening scene of like the first one. Like Casey. I think it's played by Heather Graham. I didn't realize that until I saw she's like she's like getting in a shower. It's like very more cheesy and but like it has like the exact shots of like her getting stabbed and stuff, and like that exact thing. It's like, how would anyone know how that happened? But it's more of just like a wink to the audience, I think. Like I don't think there's really any I don't think
you're
there's
not
any
supposed to
logical
take it
reason
that
for it to be like
serious.
that. Yeah.
My first thoughts on the opening scene was like, hey, that's a guy from a Katana movie. But then
it is?
Yeah. I think his name is Omar Epps.
Omar Epps.
He's in Brother. That's one.
Brother. I
didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's Jada Pinkett Smith, by the way.
Also, I kept thinking about the same moment in like
Scary movie.
Scary movie. Yeah.
Like,
oh my god, this is
in the bathroom stall.
Yeah.
That
kill was pretty creative. I like that kill.
So what's funny about so I was slightly drunk when I watched this one too, so I might be wrong. Basically, like, all right, so it goes into the bathroom, and he like hears like, what is it, like sex noises? Is that it?
Yeah.
He hears like whispering or some kind
or
of
whispering.
Like,
is that it? I don't
like
remember. Anyways.
Whispering. I'm not.
But he hears something. Okay, so this is what the kill is. All right, because they're specifically targeting this couple, right? Because they kill his girlfriend too.
Yeah.
So it's like they are okay. It's not like they're just trying to kill a random person. So they're gonna wait for him to come into the bathroom, then be in the stall, and like make sure that they make a noise that he will actually like care enough to put his head to the thing, and then stab through the stall and hit him in the head and kill him.
How does he know exactly which spot?
Yeah, exactly. Like actually, the like the kill in Scary Movie with like the he has like a dick through his ear, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that make more sense because it's like a glory hole or something there, isn't it?
Serving film.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just such a. It feels like so. I don't know, like not really elaborate, but it feels like too. It's like a weird
Contrived?
setup for a kill. It seems like it'd be more of like wait for him to go in there than like go in and stab him.
The whole
But it's like
situation, when you think about it, just doesn't really like make sense how they fucking telegraph it out. Like, why did they go
like-
after this couple specific? I guess
yeah,
she
is it
went
related
to
at all?
college with Sydney.
They
Yes.
took a big risk of waiting for him to do that because he I think he would have just taken a piss and just walked off or something.
Yeah.
That fucking kill just requires so much like coincidence and
Yeah.
Yeah. For like if it was like a random person. But like even then, what if he's just like, okay, what's that noise? And then like then they stab it and just a knife fucking comes through the stall. It's just like also like there had to be like people at the urinals, you know, because like when he came into piss, it's like if those people weren't at the urinals, he wouldn't go into the stall. I don't know. It
Yeah,
just seems
yeah.
like overly elaborate, but like that
What
was
if-
kind of funny.
What if they stabbed the wrong person? You know, I mean,
Yeah, like how do they even know that's him?
how do they
Like,
know that's?
yeah,
Oops.
it's kind of a weird opening screen. I know it's kind of. I don't remember her character's name in the movie because I don't remember if it's even fucking brought up. But Jada Pinkett Smith's going on about African American characters in horror films.
yeah.
And like that whole meta. I was like just thinking about it just now, like
She was funny.
they're like the only that I can think of African American couple in that fucking whole cinema.
Yeah, I didn't notice that because like most people in the theater are wearing ghost face masks.
Yeah, so maybe there were more, but I don't know. It just feels very weird that they were targeted. They had
Yeah,
that
maybe
whole conversation about African American horror.
maybe the killer is just fucking racist.
Blaxploitation horror films is a fucking thing.
I
Is
haven't
what I'm
seen
saying.
any.
I haven't seen any either.
I keep seeing the movie. I'm trying. Sorry.
I'm trying to think of a certain movie. I can't think of it. It's from fucking I don't know. Black Dynamite. I don't know.
I want to see Black Dynamite. Oh, what's that one
It's
called?
great. I love Black
Uh,
Dynamite. It's fucking funny.
looks funny. So like, do you think like the like stab movie, like that whole thing is kind of like a not only like a it's I don't know, it's like kind of a comment on how like media kind of glorifies serial killers in a way, and like you know real life kind of exploits real life tragedies. It's kind of the same type of thing with like Gail's book, you know, that they
It
brought up.
does mention that how Stab is like taking advantage of a real life situation, and fucking Scream was inspired by the Gainesville Ripper, who
You know,
actually went around on the college campus and fucking murdered some
yeah,
student, which is kind of the premise of 2.
yeah, but like very loosely. You know, that's like one of
Yeah.
those things where they say like, oh, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is based on what was it like Ed Gein or something shit. Was it Ed Gein?
Dane never fucking really.
Ain't
He
he
probably like murdered
Tom Cruise?
one person. I think
Yeah.
he was just a grave robber. He's not that.
Yeah,
fucking,
but it's like they say like, oh, based on true events or whatever for like you know,
yeah.
yeah, like it's very loosely based on a real thing.
But
anyway, back to the plot or whatever the fuck.
Anyway, moving on from the fucking opening scene, we're introduced to Sydney. She's in college now, and Stab's coming out, so she's like getting fucking phone calls from people.
Yeah, she caller ID somehow.
They had caller ID back then. I think I read a trivia note that caller ID started to become a thing more after Scream.
I didn't know that.
Which is interesting. I don't know. I wasn't alive back then, so it was around a time where like internet was just now becoming a thing, and cell phones were barely a thing.
We should do an internet horror episode.
Because they actually mention in Scream 1, I think is a funny line, when they have Billy
Everyone
in the
has a
fucking
cellular
police
phone?
station. He's like, "Why do you have a cellular telephone?" I'm like, "Why do you say it like that?"
Why do you have a cellular device?
He's like, everyone has one.
Yeah.
Like, really? Anyways, Scream 2.
I think this movie, I don't think that it really, I don't know, it doesn't hit as hard as the first one. Like, it just doesn't, it doesn't catch the same type of thing. And, like, even though it is still being meta, and, like, like Randy, his whole thing, he fucking dies. Which I didn't expect, because I saw he was in the cast. Yeah, that's probably my favorite scene in the movie, actually. But I saw he was in the cast for 3, so I was like, okay, he doesn't really die. But, like, in 3, he just shows up on, like, a VHS tape or some shit.
Yeah,
and so it's like when he dies, it's like, wait, he actually fucking dies here. Like, I was like, what? No, I like Randy. I thought it was gonna, but that whole scene is good when he's like on the phone and they're like running around looking for people with phones, just like tackling people and shit. And then he's like,
oh my god.
I'm looking through my notes right now. I remember that in Stab, Casey is the only one getting murdered in Stab. Like, fucking poor Steve just gets ignored completely.
I guess fuck Steve in particular.
I thought that was funny.
Rip Steve.
There's that whole conversation about sequels, and it's the meta part. It's like, fucking, why did Randy say that sequels suck? He should know that sequels don't suck. What the fuck are you on about, Randy? And they just fucking school his ass with, like, Terminator 2, one of the greatest sequels of all time. Aliens.
Yeah.
Another one.
And Aliens, and it's like,
I'm like,
bro, you got a trash taste.
I honestly hated that entire sequence. It was...
Yeah, I used to love it, but now that I've seen more films, I'm like, wow, this is fucking just kind of dumb. They just school Randy's ass, who's supposed to be the expert.
Like at the top of the iceberg.
Yeah, that's creepy. Fucking normies. Yeah, they anyway, back to the scene with Randy. I really love that part. He gets pulled into the van, which, like, I guess they just left the van open. And then, like, he gets cut the fuck up, and then, like, those guys walk by with, like, a boombox. It was just like,
yeah, as he's getting killed.
Very comedic timing. Like, the guy's just like vibing.
It's 3 guys, and they're just fucking vibing the fuck out.
Yeah. He gets cut the fuck up too. Like, when they open the van, and it's like his throat slashed and shit. Like, damn.
He doesn't deserve that death.
Yeah. But, like, in general, what I was trying to say was, like, he still has the meta element. Like, other than that, not really. Like, this is more of just a very basic slasher movie. Even, like, there's a scene when, let's see, Ghostface, I forget who it is at that point, because the twist is, I'm jumping around, but, they attack Sydney and her friend in the, in, like, a police car. And, there's, like, 2 detectives there with them.
Oh, yeah.
And the killer kills both of them. And it's like, he, like, stabs the one, they, like, jumps over the car and, like, kicks them. Then it's like, kills both 2 police officers. It's like, in the first movie, I don't think, like, fucking Stu or Billy would be able to, like, do that. It felt like something from, like, a Halloween movie. Like, when Michael Myers just comes up. And, like, it just feels more, I don't know, it just feels more of a generic slasher, in my opinion.
I really actually like how the second cop dies, because he gets fucking impaled. Like, Final Destination 2 stuff.
Yeah, I like that. That might be my favorite kill of the movie. It's either that or Randy. Yeah. Like, that was a good kill. But, like, yeah, it's a good kill, but, like, it doesn't have that same thing of, like, oh, it just feels like a person with a mask on. It felt like something from, like, Halloween. Whereas, like, I think this movie kind of just falls off as being a Scream movie. Where, like, yeah, if this is just, like, some random thing, like, fucking, like, I don't know, urban legend or some shit. That's another one that was kind of Scream-ish, if that's a like, Scream-inspired.
The whole killer reveal is kind of
ass.
Like, as you mentioned before, it's kind of the same reveal as Friday the 13th.
Yeah, it is. That's literally the same reveal. It's just, it's the mother. And it's like, okay, so which parts was it the mother? Because it's like, also the other reveal. Who the fuck is it? Mickey, I think is his name?
Yeah, his name's Mickey. Yeah.
When it's like, he pulls a mask off and it's like, oh, it's Mickey. Wow, I don't even fucking remember this character.
Who is that
guy? He's kind of, like, sussed out during the whole movie because he just fucking looks angry throughout the whole movie.
I honestly thought it was the boyfriend,
Yeah, but obviously it's not going to be the boyfriend, because that's such an obvious... Like, you can't just have every sequel be the boyfriend. So that was, like, a very obvious, like, red herring to me.
Like, who the fuck did Billy's mom kill? Like, she's kind of not very in shape. So that means Mickey had to do most of the dirty work.
Yeah, like I called
think-
that she was the killer because her character adds literally nothing to the plot. There's like a couple scenes with her and Gale, and it's like it
That's
adds
it.
nothing. So it's like, okay, so this is the character that's like you wouldn't expect this woman to be the killer. Oh, that'll be the killer. Then it's like with Mickey, it's like, oh, okay.
I get that.
I think she,
You just-
she
yeah.
kills Randy in the van. I know that.
I guess, but like,
I don't. Yeah, that's probably. I guess. Like,
and
who
like,
the fuck does she kill? Because she didn't kill Sarah Michelle Gellar.
oh yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar's in here.
Because
I
she
forgot
gets
about that.
thrown through a fucking window. Like, she ain't
That
do
was
that. That was
brutal.
Mickey.
And there's something funny. There's like comedic timing in this movie, which is a bit off. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be comedic, but it's like he throws her out the window and she fucking dies. And then like music, like some kind of like I don't know, what is it? Like I don't know, the music that comes in right after she's like dead on the ground is like, I don't know, really funny. It's like a pop punkish song. It was like the timing of it coming in was like really funny to me. And like actually the music in this kind of fucking sucks, I thought. I thought it was kind of ass.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
remember any of the music. It's
Yeah.
unmemorable.
Also, like the cinematography isn't nearly as good as in the first one. Maybe it's just because the
They went really fast
fully
to the
legal
sequel.
the fully legal download I had, that I fully legally downloaded. Maybe it was just an ass copy of it. Like I keep saying ass, what the fuck?
Yeah, the quality was very bad.
Yeah, it just looks like a, I don't know, straight
The
to
fucking
DVD sequel or some
Blu-ray
shit. It doesn't really.
a little. I know the Blu-ray transfers that they did for, because there's not a 4K, because Scream only just got a 4K this past year.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I heard it's supposed to be a good transfer.
It's a good transfer, but the fucking Blu-ray transfers that they did for the Scream collection are fucking complete ass. It looks like all they did was like, oh, we got a transfer. Okay, sharpen 100%. Oh, sold. Done.
Yeah,
That's it. That's all they fucking did, apparently. Not apparently, but it looks like that's all they fucking did. It's just throw sharpen up to 100
that sucks.
and throw
Yeah,
it
I
on
hate
DVD.
lazy transfers.
But I'm glad we actually got a really good 4K transfer of Scream. Hopefully they do the same for the others. I bet 5 will probably look really good on Blu-ray. I mean 4K, but
anyway, for like other like technical elements of this movie, is it just my TV or does this movie look like zoomed the fuck in? Like something about like the aspect ratio is kind of weird. It might have just been like my copy of the movie, but
I know you don't really notice it on the Blu-ray of Scream, but on the 4K transfer of Scream, you can really tell the camera lens they use is kind of unique. So I don't know if they did that for the sequels or not, because they're poor transfers.
Also, like,
I
there's
need
some
to-
really bad cheesy sound effects in this. Like, I forget what her name is, but it's like Sydney's friend after the cop car scene. She's like, Sydney goes back to the car to see if the killer's in there to like unmask him or whatever. Then it's like she looks and like the friend, Ghostface like grabs her and stabs her. And, like there's these terrible like off-screen stabbing noises. It's so cheesy. That was pretty funny to me. Just like in general, like the effects sound like the sound effects sound kind of, I don't know, basic, or just like that's not really something I usually noticed. So like I think they were just kind of like lame in this. It wasn't nearly as effective as some of the scenes in the kill scenes aren't as effective as the ones in the first movie, I don't think.
Going back to that kill with Sarah Michelle Gellar, I do like how Nosferatu is playing on the TV and it kind of telegraphs what happens throughout the scene. I noticed that. There's a lot of usage of red in this movie, by the way. I don't know why, but there's a fucking lot of it.
Was the movie playing before or after she gets killed? I mean,
Nosferatu?
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
playing on the. She's talking on the phone and it's playing on the TV. Fucking Randy, he dismisses Empire Strikes Back as a sequel. What?
Yeah.
What? Randy? Why'd they make Randy dumb in this? Probably kill him off, I guess.
This is why Randy dies.
He's like, it's not a sequel because it's part of a trilogy. Like, fuck off, Randy. You were smart before. What happened?
Fuck off, Randy.
I like when Randy he name drops O.J. Simpson as like something like, oh, why are you just copying something like, why are you just copying some stupid teenager killers? Go for like the big ones, like I forget who, but he said something like the big boy killers, like OJ. It was kind of a timely reference back then.
He really went off on the phone call.
Yeah, he fucking roasted. Fucking whoever was on the other end, fucking wrecked.
I forget what moment it is in the film, but I think I think it's when they're in the either cafeteria or library. No, it's when
the cafeteria.
Randy is having a conversation with Dwight at like this place in the Stab movie trailer. Or no, it's a scene from Stab with Tori Spelling, and it's the fucking Luke Wilson scene. And then Randy's like, I'll wait for the video. That's actually an interesting line because that's kind of how horror thrived in like at least the 80s and 90s. A lot of those movies didn't make back their budget in the theater run, and they relied on home video sales to carry them. So I don't know if that's exactly what they were referencing, but I just thought it was interesting to point out.
Yeah.
And it was just dismissing Stab as some bullshit.
Yeah. I want to watch Stab. I want to see like the corny version of this of Scream. Stab looks kind of. I'd watch the Stab movies. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I want to see Stab 8, where Ghostface has a flamethrower, which is referenced in 5.
Ghostface has a flamethrower.
Yeah, they reference that in Scream 5. I want to see that.
He also has like a fucking metallic mask in 8. Who, by the way, they say Ryan Johnson directs 8.
Yeah. And I love that part when they're referencing like they're basically just like shouting out like The Last Jedi. Actually, I'll get to that. But they're saying like, oh, the 8th movie in the franchise that Ryan Johnson directed.
Oh,
like,
I never made that connection.
Yeah, they're very much. Anyway, the whole like fandom element of that movie. We'll get to that when we get to that discussion. Like I said, I don't want to spoil anything. But that's something I was gonna say. There's a weird part in this movie where I forget if like I just didn't pick up on if they continued through with this or if it's just a completely pointless scene. But there's a part where like I think it's like Gail. She says like the names of the previous victims are connected to the new victims or something like that. Did that even go anywhere? Did they just drop that?
No,
because like they're like they kill like the policeman and like they kill like they attack Dewey, like they like stab him in the back.
I think the original intent was to be a copycat of Woodsboro, but obviously
yeah, but it's like I don't think they really like they were saying that, and it's like that's why like the the people at the beginning in the theater were killed because they had the same names or something like that. I don't know. Like, did that go anywhere, or maybe that was part of like a different version of the script or something? I don't fucking know. I don't know. The plot in this feels a bit messy. I think not as tight as the first one.
Yeah. There's like small things throughout the movie that I think are like point towards Mickey. Because I know when they're all interviewing the guy, I forget why they interview Mickey.
Was it Mickey or is it the boyfriend?
No, I think it was the boyfriend. They interviewed the boyfriend and Mickey.
Okay.
Why fucking they do it, but he's like, oh, it was the easiest interrogation of my crime-filled life, which it feels like he probably said that sarcastically, but it's kind of a wink-wink.
Why the fuck is he with Billy's mother? I forget what's Mickey's motivation here.
Mm.
I think they like meet on a fucking forum or some shit.
They're on like 4chan.
I think he's the stew of this movie.
And he's he's definitely the stew of this movie.
Yeah.
He's just a muscle because Miss Loomis couldn't have killed all those people, so she needed muscle. Mickey was the one.
Yeah, no way.
She obviously intends to throw him away because she fucking shoots him.
Yeah. Oh, another moment that's like kind of comedic timing to me is when Mickey shoots the boyfriend. He's like all tied up and shit, and he just pulls a gun out of nowhere and shoots him. I don't know, something about that made me laugh. It's just like the timing of it felt like I don't know, it felt comedic to me. That's another one of those that kind of felt like that. Also, quick little note for like the whole franchise: the killers always have the exact same knife, even though they're different people with different costumes at different times.
I think it's because Stab. They know from Stab which knife
Yeah, I
was used,
guess.
so they
Yeah, because it's
obviously.
really copying it and shit. Yeah.
Yep.
Dewey has
I
fucking
guess-
nerve damage. He's like limping around and shit.
Yeah, because he got stabbed in the back. He's like, "Why are you limping?" He's like, you get stabbed in the back, nerve damage or some shit."
Yeah.
I don't know. There's not really much more to say. Just small shit like when they're in the library and that whole sequence is happening. Sydney's at that corner and she like literally has a devil on her shoulder. I'm not sure where they're trying to get with that. I don't notice that. I was watching the behind the scenes. I noticed Liev Schreiber. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Liev.
Yeah, the
Liev.
cotton guy.
Clinton's dog is in the movie.
It is?
His dog is in the movie?
Yeah, his dog's in the fucking movie. When they're going to see what happened at the fucking lady who gets thrown off the sorority house, they're all going to see what happened over there because they were at the other party. When everyone's running out of the front door of that house, his dog's in that part.
Yeah, I honestly don't have much more to say about it.
Yeah.
I just,
The last thing I do want to say is David Warner, who plays the drama teacher, was supposed to be the original Freddy Krueger. So that's interesting.
interesting.
Nice little fun horror fact
Yeah.
that I didn't know.
There's like a part when like Gail's cameraman says he's gonna go. He says like I'm gonna go get some Prozac and crack.
I don't remember that, but
he says something like that.
He's like the smartest fucking person in the movie.
Yeah, he just dips. He's like, you know what? Fuck this, and just leaves. And then he comes back when it's all over. Yeah.
He's like, I want to be your cameraman, and he's never in the franchise again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it to say about it.
What would we rate it?
Yeah, Tyler, you got anything more to say about it?
No, dude. That's all I gotta say.
What did I give this? I don't even remember what I recently rated it.
I gave it a 6 out of 10 because like I thought it was enjoyable as a slasher movie, not so much as a Scream movie. It was just kind of a decent slasher, and like there were some parts that I thought were incompetent that were like I kind of laughed at it instead of with it. But like honestly, I might change it to a 5 out of 10. This is too long. It just as for like negatives, I would say definitely there's like really loud ass fucking jump scares, like fake jump scares, which is something in 3, which also really annoys me. And also there's just like I don't know, it's just like none of the kills really feel that special to me. I mean, there's a few good ones, I guess, but like I don't know, it has bad music and like I don't really care about what's happening to any of the characters. Like I don't really care for like Sydney's character arc in this, or like any of the characters really. Like I liked Randy, and then he fucking dies. And I was like, oh, all right. And it's too long. It's like easily could have been like 90 minutes or even 80 minutes, and like it didn't really accomplish that much. I think. I don't know. I think I'm giving it like a 5 out of 10.
I give this 6 out of 10. It's pretty mediocre. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Wait, did we do our favorite kills yet, or is that after this?
I don't know.
I gave it 4 out of 5.
Wow.
No, that's pretty standard for me. It's like
you do rate stuff kind of high, don't you? Yeah.
Well, I mean, 4 stars is good. Yes.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you rate it. If you enjoyed it, you enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Just what do you think are some like negatives you have for it?
Well,
the length.
The length for sure. It could have been 90 minutes. It is a bit cheesy. I mean, so the first half, especially, the cafeteria scene. I just like skipped that entire scene. I fast forwarded.
Oh,
yeah,
I don't
was
think
cringe.
it's that bad.
Oh, it made me cringe physically.
Yeah,
I got very bad secondhand embarrassment.
I've seen it so much it doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
it's very. I don't feel like anybody in real life would have fucking shared along to that. They would have been like, "What the fuck is this dude doing?
What the fuck? Get up on my table.
Fucking eat here."
Fucking
You
he
hear
but as for favorite
Favorite-
kill, I'd probably say, I'd say my favorite kill is either the policeman with the pole to the head or Randy. I like that Randy
Same.
scene. That's probably my favorite scene. But,
Same.
yeah, same.
I think we all mutually agree.
I do like the car scene with the cops. Like, even though,
Yeah.
like I said, it felt like something out of like a Halloween movie or something. The way he kills the two policemen. I like that scene when he's like driving around and shit. I don't know. That was kind of cool.
That scene was intense. I'll give it
Yeah.
that.
Like, I don't hate this movie. I mean, I just think it's pretty mediocre. It's very mid, especially compared to the first one. I mean, kind of what I'd expect from like a slasher sequel. So, I don't know. Not the worst thing ever, but it's fairly entertaining.
Yeah.
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 So now, I think it's Scream 3 time from the
I don't know
year
what-
2000. Directed by Wes Craven as well. What the fuck do we think of this movie? Because I didn't like it.
Damn it, it's such a fucking mess, and it's not written by Kevin Williamson, so that's where I'm gonna put all the fucking blame. Fuck you, Aaron Kruger,
Jesus.
for ruining Scream 3. Sorry if no intense, but whatever. This movie sucks dick.
It's okay,
Fuck,
I
man, I
guess.
didn't know.
So Scream 3 takes place in Hollywood on the set of Stab 3. So that whole fucking stupid meta aspect.
But it's not meta anymore. It's not even fucking meta now.
It's
All right,
meta
I'm
shit.
not gonna. I don't want to rant, but like, there's like one scene that actually feels like something from Scream, just because Randy's in it. Randy shows up on a fucking videotape at what's her name? Heather Matraz. What the fuck is her name? She was in Welcome to the Dollhouse and Hostel 2.
Heather
What the-
Matarazzo. I wonder if she's
Yeah.
Is she related to Gaten from fucking Stranger Things?
I don't know. She might
I don't
be.
know. Matarazzo is not a very fucking.
But like that's like it's like Randy's sister, and it's like, oh look, he made like a tape saying these are the rules for the third movie. It's like so lazy and like stupid. It's such a stupid scene, but it's really good. I really like that. I like Randy, and that was like my favorite. That's like the only part of the movie I like, basically. It's like, I mean, I just jumped to the middle of the movie, but like, yeah, it's like, I mean, it's such lazy exposition to like have that type of scene, because like, you know, the other characters don't really do the whole it's a horror movie thing, and it's not. The rest of the movie is just a fucking stupid slasher that's like very generic, and it's not even good. Like, I don't even think like the kills are interesting, or like the story is interesting. It's kind of a fucking mess. There's like really stupid shit, like Sydney seeing like visions of like her dead mother and shit. It's so stupid, man. Fuck this movie. Yeah. So, what do you guys think?
It
Sorry,
felt
I
like a soap opera.
Yeah, it's not good. Dewey's like living in like a trailer behind some movie star's house for some reason. Oh, and fucking Dewey and Gale go through the exact same character arc as 2. So stupid. Ugh.
Sorry, I was getting distracted. Fucking Scream 3. First off, this movie fucking
Sucks.
with killing off Cotton Weary, who could be killed off. He could have been used for some really fucking interesting character stuff.
That was interesting. I kind of like the opening scene. That was decent.
I mean, it's ballsy, I guess, but
Not really.
I said I guess. I mean, kill
like
off
the man-
Cotton. That's the
Yeah.
only ballsy thing. But I mean, fuck. I don't like killing off Cotton. 2, immediately open with the whole voice changer thing being different voices, which I fucking hate. Use Roger Jackson. Fuck Roger Jackson. Actually, just him. Get the fuck out of here.
And
Yeah,
there's
that's
like
it. Scream fucking sucks.
the like meta-ness of these movies. They just like slowly devolve in like, I don't know, I guess this trilogy, you know, in 4 it kind of comes back, 5 even more. But I don't know, it's just like it's so lame. It's just like, didn't you say there was like something involving like the Columbine shooting that like they changed the script or something for this?
The original
'Cause there's, like, this-
script idea was supposed to be Stu. Stu is still alive, and he's like organizing these killers out from prison.
Oh my god.
then fucking Columbine happens, which I don't know how I feel about the Stu thing either. So I just feel
Yeah.
like this movie would have been a disaster either way.
Yeah, but there's like
Maybe
this whole
they
stupid
came
thing.
back.
It's like, okay, basically, sorry, Tyler, was I talking over you?
Oh no, that's fine. That's fine.
Just like this whole thing. It's like, all right, Sydney's mother was trying to be a movie star, and she got like raped by the producers.
Oh my fucking god.
Okay, what? It's like, what the fuck is this stupid shit? And that's like, okay, and then I fucking hate this trope. That's the killer turns out to be Sydney's brother. What the
That
fuck?
was so
Fuck
awful.
off. So bad. I hate that shit. The old, there's actually a sibling. I mean, actually, I'm not sure like how many times I've seen that. I know, actually, that's a spoiler for. I'm not gonna spoil. Oh shit, that's a spoiler in and of itself,
fuck,
isn't it?
cut it out.
I never even seen.
All right, I'll shut the fuck up. But like, yeah, it's just it's so I don't like it, and it's so stupid. It's like, that's like, the director is actually the Wait, wasn't there a scene earlier in the movie when the director guy he like goes into the basement and is like slowly like creeping around by himself, like nervous that there's gonna be a killer down there? What the fuck was that scene?
I don't remember that.
You know.
Remember
I-
that at all.
He
I
gets
don't
like fake jump scared. Yeah.
I don't remember him being in the movie a lot. You know. He's
Yeah.
like, he's never even there. So like
And that's
that.
just like, he's the killer. It's kind of like in 2, where it's like, this character's the killer. Wow, I
There's
don't
also
give a shit.
supposed to be
Who
2
the hell is he?
killers for this movie,
Yeah.
by the way.
What?
There was
Why not?
supposed to be 2 killers for this movie.
Yeah.
Was it the chick in the bathroom?
Yeah.
So that was like very sussy.
I think that was
It's very It's like, oh, it's just a souvenir. Like, okay, whatever.
And I don't know, like I don't even know where the fuck where did the whole I guess they were trying to comment on like how actresses are treated in Hollywood, kind of like, and like fucking like Harvey Weinstein produced it. Okay. but
real ironic.
yeah, but like I guess they're kind of commenting on that. I guess you can kind of say that the Scream movies, they like trauma is kind of like a theme throughout them, with Sydney and and like Sydney, she's like running like a hotline for like victims or some
that's
shit.
one of the few things I kind of like. I feel
Yeah,
like
that was okay, but like
fitting for Sydney.
yeah,
But then she fucking sees the ghost of her mother. What?
I hate that shit. That's so stupid. Fuck off. That was so bad.
That reminded me of The Ring.
Yeah, and it's like fucking like showing up and like being this is fucking stupid. Yeah, and
No explanation for it. It's just like, oh, suddenly ghost mom. What?
yeah, it's like also like the actor of let's see, it's the actor of Gale in Stab. I forget the character's name, but she's like going around with Gale. I found her really fucking annoying.
Parker
Like,
Posey?
She was an awful actor.
She was very annoying in this movie.
Well,
I know I've seen her in other stuff. I'm not really sure what else I've seen her in. I know I've seen her in something else. But like in this movie, her being like kind of like a, I'm not sure what's the, what?
Dazed and Confused.
I forget, who is she in that?
She's
so many characters in that movie.
She's one of the she's built very high. Hold on. Kind of hard to keep track of everyone.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters in Dazed and Confused, but like I don't think it was so much her. I think it was more of her character that she was playing. I just found that character to be really annoying. Like her going around with Gale, like it was just it's so stupid. And like I really hate the way that the Gale and Dewey storyline plays out. It's like they don't do anything interesting with it. They just do the exact same fucking arc as 2. Like what the fuck was that? Like and for some reason Jay and Silent Bob show up. And like fucking Jay wants to like fuck Gale or something. He's like, she's into me, dude. What the fuck? Like I guess this is just that era where like Jay and Silent Bob randomly show up in random movies. But like what?
This was like what, 2000?
So out of left
field. Jay and Silent Bob. Forget
it's like 2001, wasn't it?
Break Back.
Have you noticed that Dewey is such a bad shot?
Yeah.
When he's shooting the gun.
Oh, he's like shooting the mirrors, and somehow he misses. What the fuck was that? Oh, and then there's that really weird. Part when I think it's like Gale, or it's Sydney, I forget. She like falls into the basement with the killer, and then Dewey opens the door, then the killer throws the knife, and it goes up and like hits Dewey on the forehead with like the like handle part. What the fuck was that? That
Yeah.
was so cheesy.
What was
What
that?
was that? So stupid.
Then it gets knocked out.
Yeah. Oh man, this movie is such and like also there's this really
Reminds-
weird scene where Carrie Fisher shows up.
She's in this.
Yeah,
That
Carrie
was
Fisher shows
weird.
up and she's like, "Oh, she's," and they make a joke. It's like, "Oh," she says, "Yeah, I look something like, yeah, I was almost Leia, but I didn't fuck George Lucas." So like in the movie, she looks like Carrie Fisher. What the fuck was that? It was like, wait, what the
That
fuck?
was so cheesy.
Yeah, it was so
This-
out of left field too. What the
This movie
fuck?
has the worst cameos.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of funny. I mean, like, I don't know.
Bad way.
Yeah.
I don't really have any
Yeah,
notes.
I took like barely any notes.
Fuck the-
Yeah, I noticed saying that really like proves the whole second killer thing. There's a section of the movie where like Roman is taken in by the police, right?
Yeah, that again.
Then Sydney gets a call. Like, how did it fucking call her? It wasn't Roman. It was the fucking actor chick. But
Yeah, it's just cut out. It's just cut out, so it doesn't make any fucking sense.
I just think the second half of the movie is hilarious. That's all I think.
It is pretty funny. Yeah, I guess like you can say this is kind of like a fun movie to watch ironically, but I just find it super boring. Cause like I don't care about any of the characters. I don't care about the story. It's just like none of it is interesting to me. So I'm just super bored the whole time. Which is like maybe if it was shorter, I would actually like it and give it a higher rating because like I think like it's actually like fun to watch as like a stupid movie. But like I don't know, it was just way too uninteresting for me to even care. And there's like a point where like someone's house fucking blows up. There's like a massive explosion. That was so weird. Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, he's like sending a fax and
He's
I forget
reading the
what
paper
fucking
and it fucking blows up.
Yeah. Oh man. I don't know how much I have to really say about this, to be honest.
Have her fucking complaints really. Can know what else to say. I know Angelina was supposed to be the other killer, as I've mentioned.
I still think she was the second killer.
Yeah, maybe she'll show up in Scream 6 as the twist killer who was like never revealed. It's like
I don't know how
that'd
to
be
feel
funny.
about that. Maybe if they reveal her and then she gets fucked off, that'd be the only way
guess.
I'd be okay with
She
that.
was evil. She was mean to Gail and the other Gail.
Yeah.
Thing is, when Sydney returned, and she goes to the set and sees the set for the first time, and she's getting stalked by the killer. And she's like, "Oh my god, he's in the house." The police just like walk in, barely look around, and then like, he's not here. Like they didn't consider that. I don't know. I just felt that was lazy. They just never thought out. The police, you can feel more dumb.
Yeah. Not as dumb as in 4 though. The police are so incompetent in 4.
Oh my
It's
god.
kind of a joke, though.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. But does anyone else feel like David Arquette's Dewey, his like facial features get smaller and smaller in every movie? Not so much in 5, but like I feel like in 1, 2, and 3, it's like his facial features are fucking shrinking. Did anyone else notice that?
I think it's
no.
it's the smallest in 2. That's what I think. He's so strange in 2.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. I took barely any notes. So it's bad.
Rate it.
I would rate it. I originally gave it a 3 out of 10. I might give it a 2. I really don't like this movie. There's nothing about. It's like it's just boring and stupid and lame in my opinion. And like, there's nothing that made the original Scream good is like present here. And it's like even though you could say that about like Scream 2, like I don't think Scream 2 is nearly as good as Scream 1. But it's like at least that one's like if that was its own movie, it's just like a decent like cheesy slasher like Urban Legends or something. Like, I don't think that's like a bad movie. Where this, it's like it doesn't work in the Scream franchise and makes some really fucking stupid things like the brothers twist and like it's not even good. So like I would give it a 2 out of 10. Fuck this movie. It's not even good. And it's not even clever or anything. It's just fucking stupid.
It's the worst movie I've seen this year.
Rip.
2.5 stars.
You haven't fucking seen Eternals, then.
I will never see that. That's a
Waste your
guarantee.
fucking time. Because Jesus fucking Christ, that's 2.5 hours I'm never getting back.
Isn't it like
Anyways.
almost like 3 hours? It's like 164 minutes.
For
Damn.
2.5 hours, I can rewatch Southland Tales.
Yeah.
The only fucking part of that movie I cared about was the end. Because it was ending.
Yeah, that's my favorite kill is when they kill the villain because then you know it's done.
For this movie,
Got 'em.
I don't really know if I have a favorite. I guess the house explosion because it's so fucking.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's my favorite kill too.
You know, one thing I wanted to point out, this is kind of just a general observation about the Scream series. Every movie, after they reveal who the killer is, that's about it. You pretty much know how the movie will play out after that, and there's never any twists after that point. Which I think is a bit lame. I feel like they could do something a bit more original in one of them. That's not just, okay, oh, these people were the killer. Then it's like, oh, all right. And then it's like, you know, they like reveal their plan, something stupid happens, or they do something really fucking stupid, then they get killed, and then that ends. Like, there's never a twist after that point in any of these movies. Did anyone notice that?
I would say Scream 4 did it
Kind of.
somewhat differently, you know.
But, like, basically, it plays out exactly the same. Like, there's nothing... I mean, it kind of has a different twist to it. Actually, fuck it. Let's just go over to Scream 4.
Screw 3.
Yeah, I don't have... Yeah, fuck 3.
Fuck 3.
I'm home, I say 3. Yeah, Scream 4. What do we think of Scream 4? Let's just get right into it.
Finally.
I fucking love this movie.
Yeah, it smacks. It fucking smacks. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did. Like, honestly, like, I expected it to be better than 3. But, like, I really like this movie a whole lot.
It is a new take.
Yeah.
It's gotten better every time I've seen it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we really need to give, like, a premise, because, like, every premise is exactly the same in all of these.
Yeah.
It's basically, it's happening again. But which does lead to, like, a lot of repetitive scenes throughout the franchise.
There is a bit of a difference for this one, and it's that
the fucking opening.
isn't exactly the person they're going after. Yeah, she's not the main character anymore.
Same for 5, yeah. But this is from 2011. Also directed. This is I'm pretty sure it was either this or My Soul to Take. It's the last film from Wes Craven before he died. I'm pretty sure it's this because I think My Soul to Take was 2010, which in its own right is a very great film. I think it's very underappreciated and it's very funny. My Soul to Take. I want to talk about it on the podcast at some point. It's very fun emo horror, but we're not here to talk about emo horror. We're here to talk about Scream 4.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it was the last film he ever directed. Anyways, that opening. Let's talk about that opening.
That threw me off when I was watching.
That was confusing.
Fucking Stabception. I swore I wouldn't make this joke, but that's what it is. Stabception.
Stab7.
Yeah, so it's like fucking like Lucy Hale and someone else. They're like in their fucking house. You know, fucking Ghostface calling them, then they get fucking killed. And like, I love that. I mean, it's supposed to be cheesy, so this isn't really like a flaw with the movie because it's a movie within a movie within a movie. But like, it's very cheesy when Lucy Hale, the like girl that's getting killed, her friend gets killed, and then it's like she turns around to run out the door, and she has like zero reaction to her friend being murdered. I thought that was kind of funny. But then it's like, then it's like people watching it being like, "Oh, that's so stupid." Then like then like she kills her too, and then it's like Stab 8, which is weird that it's like. So I guess they were watching Stab 7, which exists in that universe. They even bring it up. Then it's like fucking I forget who's like in that scene.
What
in the first
Stab
part?
7?
No, when it actually gets to the actual Scream part, and it's not the
The actor?
Stab section. Yeah, no, like
But
I forget what character that was, but it's like they say something like, "Oh, get it?" Because it's it's they're watching Stab within it, and they're like, "Wait, that doesn't make any sense," because then that would mean that Stab 7 exists in it, and then they're watching it in Stab 8 or something like that. Like they point
yeah,
out how it like didn't make any sense.
yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I got
okay.
confused with what
Me
you were
too.
trying to say. Um. Anyways, Step 7 actors are Christian Bale and Hannah Paquin. So that's
Christian
fun.
Bale? What the fuck?
Bale.
You didn't
Christian
notice
Bale's in
that was
this?
Kristen Bell in
Oh,
Step
I
7?
thought you said Christian Bale. Never mind. Yeah, Christian Bale. Yeah, I did notice that. I was thinking, what the fuck? Was he Ghostface or something? Yeah,
That'd be
yeah,
fucking
Christian Bale.
awesome
Yeah.
if it was Christian
Um,
Bale.
yeah. I want to see Christian Bale in Stab 6. No, Scream 6.
Stab 9.
Step 6. Fuck, I'd watch all the Stab movies.
Me too.
Especially eat with the flamethrower.
Yeah. um,
I wanted to say before we jump to like actually the fucking movie, um, when there was another opening to this movie, by the way.
like a
That
alternate one, or
Bob Weinstein didn't like, so they had to rewrite it. And I think Wes Craven was the one to write the opening.
I wonder why.
The original opening was Sydney has a dinner party celebrating the release of her book, and they all get attacked and shit. Sydney gets stabbed really bad, and the movie flashes forward 3 years later. I agree with
what
Bob
the
on this.
fuck?
I like the meta opening better.
Wait, like what context is that? Like who's stabbing him?
Ghostface.
But who? Like one of the Ghostface from this movie?
I don't know. That's just the original opening.
Okay.
Wes didn't elaborate much further than that. That was from the commentary of 4.
Okay.
Which is actually a fun commentary. It's Wes Craven, Emma Roberts, and Hayden Panettiere, and even Neve Campbell pops in for a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't watch any behind the scenes
Yeah.
for any of these or commentaries or anything.
I watched a little. I was originally going to watch those 2 documentaries, but I was like, I've just spent a week on fucking Scream content.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyways. Oh yeah, before I was gonna say, they bring up Saw, which is fun because it's like.
Why did you saw it like that? They're like, oh, it's torture porn. It's garbage. Why they do it like that?
I don't know. I mean, the first Saw is good. I can't really speak
I
for
love
the
all of
rest.
them. I love all of them except for Jigsaw and
The
no,
new
I don't
one?
like. Yeah, I don't like Spiral. I don't like Jigsaw, and I don't like 5. 5 is boring as fuck. But yeah, I love the rest of them. I want to do a Saw episode at some point, but like I don't think it would make for a good episode because we'd just be like, the part when he gets his arms torn off and then his eyes gouged out. That was cool, because like that's all. They're not very substantive. Fuck my life. Substantive movies.
Substantive.
Yeah, even though they have a very confusing whatever. We're not here to talk about
Um,
Saw. More like
the
Flaw. Am I right?
fucking ghost face in I think it's Stab 6. He's like, you hang up on me and I'll cut into your flesh until I feel bone. That's a badass line.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna point out Eric Knudsen, I think is how you say it. In this, he plays Robbie. He was in Saw 2 and 4, which they name drop as Daniel Matthews, the Donnie Wahlberg's. He plays a cop in Saw 2, and he shows up in 3 and 4. I think
I've seen a bit
it's
of
his
Saw
son.
2.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's like his son, the guy that's. I'm not gonna spoil Saw 2, but yeah. So that's kind of funny that he was in Saw 4, and they're like name dropping Saw 4. So
interesting. That's probably on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, getting to fucking not Stab, the actual movie. That's also a great opening scene. I want to fucking mention that they fucking throw Marnie through the window. I guess that's fucking what's his name is Charlie, right?
Marnie, who the fuck's
Marnie was the fucking lady who gets killed at the beginning.
Oh, when they're like watching from like the other house.
No, I'm not talking about the Stab movies. I'm talking about the fucking first 2 people who get killed in the movie.
She's thrown out a window. What
Yeah,
the fuck?
she gets thrown through a window.
I honestly don't remember that.
Yeah, I was thinking the girl. It's like their friend that they're watching from across.
Yeah.
She gets like pushed through the window before like rips her guts out, which is a great
What?
kill. That's a great kill. I actually love that. Like the kills, they're busting. You know, they're like
That's
good
actually
kills.
kind of a mirror
Yeah.
to. I wrote down it's almost like the way she hangs out of the window almost looks like the Tatum kill.
Yeah, kind of. Or
Oh,
But
yeah, it's like
but I just want to say like whoever Marnie gets thrown through a fucking window, she's like one of the first victims of the actual movie. I'm like,
okay.
whoever threw her for the fucking window had have a lot of goddamn power. So I guess it was fucking Mr. Rory Culkin over here. Because that wasn't Emma Roberts who threw her through the fucking window.
Oh
Let's be
yeah,
honest
Roy
here.
Culkin is in this.
Yeah, he's Charlie Walker,
Yeah.
who's, spoiler alert, the other killer that's not Emma Roberts.
Yeah, I didn't at all expect the twist. I was expecting it to be the two movie club guy or like the two like movie nerd guys. That's what I was expecting. I thought it was gonna be like there's a point when they get like Gail to come on and like she's on like their live stream show or whatever, and they're
Yeah.
saying like if you get all the footage, then you can put it as like I don't know, upload to the internet and it's immortalized or whatever. It's something like that. I thought that was
Yeah.
like foreshadowing. That's what they're doing.
that's true.
And like it is the one of them. And like I thought the other guy, he gets like cut up. And I don't think you actually see him die.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you?
Because
I think you do. I think
he's at the front door and he like falls over.
Oh, yeah, I was
he
expecting that to
drunk
be like
too, I
a.
think.
I was expecting it to be like a fake out death, kind of like in the first one when Billy gets stabbed and it's just like fake blood or whatever. I thought it was gonna be like
Yeah.
that. I did not expect. That's like one of the only twists in this whole. Actually, there's a twist in 5, which I'll get to that. It's like one of the only like killer twists that like actually like surprised me with Emma Roberts. I think her name's Jill in this.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that at all. So that's actually a good reveal.
I don't remember who I thought it fucking was because I saw this movie when it like came out on DVD when I was like 11.
Mm.
But fuck, what
Um,
was I gonna say? God damn it! Oh yeah, the other film guy when he's fucking getting killed by his best friend, which is pretty brutal. He's like, "I'm not gay." I mean, no, he says I'm gay.
He does? What
Yeah,
the fuck?
he's like, he's like, he says I'm gay if that helps, and then he gets fucking killed.
Oh, because they say like the only way to survive it is if you're gay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember that. Oh, I was
You-
gonna
I
point
think
out.
I remember it, but
What?
Hmm.
This is at the party, like not the party. They're at the house,
Yeah, the
all
after
of
party.
them, and
They invite Trevor.
he goes
Who invited you,
outside.
Trevor? That was funny. Sorry, I'm a little bit frightened.
That's a great
shit.
scene, by the way.
Yeah, I liked I forget her name. Faden
Kirby.
Panary. What?
Kirby.
Yeah, I like her character, and I like the two cinephile guys too. They're actually like I like that this is back to teenagers being murdered in Woodsboro. But it doesn't feel. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of H2O, like Halloween 20 years later or whatever.
Which
Which is
not
like
seen.
which is one of the worst fucking titles. H2O. What the fuck?
H2O.
Get out of here. It's such a bad
Water
title.
the movie.
Water?
I actually think that's like a decent,
Water the movie.
especially for like the Halloween sequels. That one's actually I like that movie. It kind of gives me like H2O vibes, which is
Doesn't give you Scream vibes.
This water vibe?
Oh, do you mean when they throw fucking Alison Brie off the roof during like when the police are talking?
No.
Who the fuck did they throw out the window at the beginning? I don't remember. What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know.
Her name's Marnie in the fucking movie. She gets thrown through a window at some point when she's struggling to survive getting killed by Ghostface.
Weird. I don't remember this. I think my memory is dying.
It's I don't know what to say to help you there. I know Wes Craven helped write the opening scene, so that's fun.
Mm.
I mentioned that already, I think. Yeah. Oh yeah, the one thing this movie does different. Never mind, it's not. I don't know why I fucking wrote it down. It's something it does different. When in retrospect, 2 did it first, which was 2 kills to start the movie. Scream 2 did that, so I'm fucking dumb. Mentioned that Kirby is fucking the best. I really like Kirby in this movie.
Yeah, and it's not really a spoiler for 5, is it?
It's a
No.
minor spoiler. It's fine if
Oh yeah.
It's like an Easter egg.
that she's still alive.
Yeah, it's like there's like a YouTube thumbnail that's like Kirby whatever like Survivor interview.
It
Or
was
something.
originally supposed to be her getting interviewed by Ryan Johnson, I think. But they never got the Ryan Johnson thing to work out, which sucks because it would have been awesome to see him in the fucking movie just giving an interview to Kirby. But she survives, which is great because hopefully she hopefully she shows back up in 6. And if they kill her in 6, I'm going to kill them. I have a lot of fucking notes written down here, so I guess I can go through them.
Yeah.
The cops are fucking incompetent.
The death of the cops.
The death of the cops is pretty fucking good, though.
Yeah, they're like, the death is good, but when they're like, okay, so this girl is being cut up, and they like push her through the window, and people are screaming and yelling, and then Sydney runs over, and like goes inside, and like goes in like fucking, I guess she's like the killer, but wait, what the fuck happened? Something, Jill is in there. She's like hiding or something. But it's like this whole like drawn out scene, and like the cops don't show up till like 10 minutes later. What the fuck were they doing?
They were sleeping.
Yeah, like what the fuck were they doing? They were right outside. How did they not notice that? They say something like, "Oh, we went around the building and didn't see anything." Like, what the fuck? What were they doing? When their job is to watch to see if anyone went inside.
Woodsboro police are like the most incompetent police force ever, and there's a scene in 5 which reinforces that. But I won't get to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They can't aim through it.
Yeah, they're like, what the fuck is with Judy? It's like Judy Hicks, I think. She's like weird in this movie. I thought she was gonna be the killer or some shit. She's just like really weird. She's like really sus the whole time.
She's really like attached at the hip to Dewey. Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like a thing like, oh, like I don't know, like he's fucking her or something, but like
this is something for Russ. Or I should probably wait to Scream 5 to mention this part.
Yeah.
About never mind. I do know they had a statue built of the principal from the first movie, but it looked like shit, so they didn't use it.
Oh my god.
I like when the cops. Yeah, sorry. What?
I was gonna say this goes into the cop thing, but Adam Brody, who works with the directors of Scream 5, it's a shame that it's kind of a shame that he was in this and not Scream 5, but he got killed in this, so he couldn't be in Scream 5. Because he was in Ready or Not.
Oh yeah, I forgot they were the directors of Ready or Not. That's a decent movie.
I had fun with it.
Yeah. I like when the cops are like in the fuck me.
Go on about the cops.
I like when the cops are like. I like when they're in the car, like talking about the horror rules. I mean, I feel like none of what the references to like horror rules and like that type of thing in this movie is as well done as in the first. I just feel like it doesn't work as well. Like it's still good, even more so than I would say in 5. But when they're talking about like, all right, I like the thing throughout the franchise with the all right, I'll be right back. Starting with like Stu and it's like, I'll be right back or whatever. I like that, but he's like, all right, wait. So if I go, then I won't come back. They're like, no, with the cop, you'll come back, and I'll have my eyes gouged out. Like that whole, trying to figure out like which one of them is going to get killed first. That was kind of good. That's actually like I like that the violence in this. It's actually like bloody.
This movie's pretty violent, especially
Yeah.
with the fucking kill of the friends through the friend through the window where they're
Yeah,
like
she's getting like fucking stabbed up. Like
they have
obviously
the
every movie.
fucking shot where Sydney walks in the room and like her fucking like intestines and shit all
Yeah,
over the bed.
yeah.
Like
I love me
goddamn.
some. Not gonna lie, I love me some good disembowelment. But yeah, it's like that, and like every movie you see someone getting stabbed, but in this one it's just like the shots. It actually, maybe this is a weird reference, but like um it reminded me of in Rob Zombie's Halloween, because I just feel like it's a certain type of violence you don't really see often, where it's just someone, it's like a still shot, or like it's just like a shot of someone just getting stabbed. You just see the knife going in and out. Something about it just feels really brutal, and I like that they actually had like effective violence in this. It kind of felt like the first one more, and and like
also
someone
has
like
pretty good violence.
yeah, it does. I don't know. I like that it's back to that. They still have the meta element with like yeah, I don't know. It's definitely a step up from the other
Can
two sequels.
we talk about how much of a bitch Alison Brie is in this movie?
Yeah.
Really fucking. She
Uh,
gets like stabbed in a parking garage, right?
She gets thrown off the fucking parking garage, which is, by the way,
Yeah.
my favorite kill of the movie. It's just fucking awesome.
Yeah. I don't think that killed her though. He kills her in the parking garage, and then throws her body off.
Which definitely kills it. And it's funny because Dewey checks your fucking pulse. I'm like, dude, if you take a fall from that height and fucking
Yeah.
dent a van like that, you're dead.
Yeah.
You're dead. You're because the fucking force of the fall is just gonna turn your insides into fucking goo.
Mm.
Because that's actually a thing. This woman like committed suicide after a little off the Empire State Building. She like hit her car or something, and like it looked like her body was intact, but when
Oh
she
yeah.
gets touched, she just
I
like
love that
turns
picture
to
of it.
fucking.
That
Yeah, it's a
picture,
great
it's like
picture.
called like the most beautiful death or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
that's a great image. I actually had that as my iPad screen. Actually, never mind. um, uh, let's see.
I
so
do. There's a
speaking of
lot of
death,
nice touches that Jill is the killer in this movie. For one, I mean, I think find it interesting that she isn't allowed to watch Dab. For one,
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't really catch any of the little things. Like, this is my first time watching through all the sequels.
yeah,
So like, I
it
didn't
was
really
easy
catch
for
up.
me to catch everything.
Yeah.
Like when she's calling the friend from while they're watching the movie, I'm like, Jill knows it isn't Trevor because she knows what Trevor is saying.
Yeah.
And he knows what movie they're watching because Jill texted him, obviously.
Yeah.
Fucking when the friend is walking through the house, I mean not walking through the house, walking into the house, the cop's like, she can live next door to me. I'm like, bro, she's a fucking teenager. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
jeez, I remember that.
Yeah. Cinema Club should be called Kino Club. You fucking hacks.
Yeah. There's like they're like fuck, I don't really have that much many more notes. I have some notes about like the ending, which I think is kind of stupid, but even though it's really good, that's
wait, I didn't think about this. I wrote down that when Charlie is threatening Sydney, or like I think he stabs her or something. I forget exactly what moment, but he says it's an honor. Wink,
Oh, he
wink.
does. Oh, okay.
Tidal is
I
not
didn't
going to
catch
get that.
Yeah. But yeah. Okay. So with the ending here, there's the typical Scream twist scene. It's like, oh, okay, they're actually the killers. I actually think Emma Roberts as Jill. I thought she was really good in this movie until it's revealed she's the killer. Then her acting just feels like kind of off. I feel like it wasn't nearly as convincing as the rest of the movie.
Yeah, I get that.
It's a bit much.
It feels forced.
Yeah. But like, I really like. Okay, so they're like, all right, she wants to be the victim or whatever, and she like shoots that guy in the dick, and he dies. I really expected him to come back.
He did not deserve the dick shot. He may have been sus, but he did not deserve the dick shot, dog.
Yeah.
He gets a dick shot, then he gets the headshot.
Does he get a headshot?
Yeah, he gets a headshot for sure.
That
Because I
But,
rewinded. Not to
but,
see the
like-
dick shot or anything, but
well, you don't actually see his dick. It's not like a dick shot. It's a dick.
yeah.
It's like a bullet to the dick. Anyway, yeah. So they're like, okay, we're gonna kill Sydney, and then she'll be the last survivor, and then she can be the new Sydney. And then she just stabs her in the stomach. Like, really? All this brutal shit they've been doing the whole movie, throwing people off buildings, disemboweling people. And the main entire goal of it, she just stabs her in the stomach. That's so fucking stupid. I mean, like, you could say, like, the killers are
Just go
always
for the
really
throat.
stupid for just, like, yeah, you could say, like, the killers are always stupid in these movies for not just, like, in every movie at that last scene when they can just kill them, but they go on and on saying stupid shit. Or, like, in the first one when, like, Billy and Stu are stabbing each other. Like, that's stupid. Obviously, you wouldn't really do that. But, like, why would she just why would she just stab her in the stomach? That's so stupid. I really like the scene or the part when she's beating herself up. She scratches her face, and, like, smashing her head against the wall and throwing herself into stuff. That was
It's a pretty good beatdown.
Yeah, very entertaining. There's a whole part with the hospital, which I think is also kind of stupid. They're like,
I
her
don't
whole
like
thing
the
worked out.
hospital.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, oh wait, Sydney's still alive. I'm gonna go completely ruin everything after the killers are dead, supposedly. I'm just gonna go fucking beat her up. Like, really?
Okay,
She's just
it's
gonna,
a small thing, but when she finds out that Sid's alive, she gets up. She just casually rips the fucking IV out of her arm.
They always do
That's
that in
gonna fucking
movies.
hurt.
They
I
always just
know
rip the
it's
IVs out.
always a thing. Like, no, there's gonna be blood.
Yeah,
I know
and
that for a fact.
but she goes over. She's just gonna choke Sydney to death. What are people gonna think? They're like, oh look, Sydney. After the killers are dead, she's been strangled. Like, what the fuck was her plan? After all this supposedly meticulous planning, she's just gonna go murder her. Like, I thought she would pull her I don't know, turn off her breathing thing or something like that. I mean, I don't even think she had breathing, but go turn off her life support, something like that. Like, I don't know what her plan was there. And, obviously Sydney starts fighting back. But it's what was her plan? She's just gonna go basically blow her cover. And also she says to Dewey, what'd she say? Oh, me and Gail have matching wounds, or matching shoulder wounds.
Giveaway.
Yeah, she gives herself away like a fucking idiot.
I guess she didn't expect it.
Yeah, I guess she just thought but she just stabbed Sydney in the stomach. That's the whole goal of it. And she just that was, I don't know. That's just, it feels too stupid for this whole. I don't know. It's a good ending. She gets fucking defibrillated.
Yeah.
That was brutal.
Defibrillated.
Did she get shot? Because she didn't seem dead after she got shocked.
She did.
Did she get shot in the head?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she gets shot because she it's the killer comes back alive. She gets shot.
Yeah.
Because I know Judy gets shot, but and it's oh, they kill her off, and it turns out she's wearing a fucking vest. Wear the vest, save your chest.
Wasn't there a vest thing in 2 or something?
3, I think.
Yeah.
3, okay.
Yeah. 3. Yeah, 3. The whole chair scene that they recreate from
Chair
1. Yeah, because Charlie's strapped to the chair, and Kirby's got to save his life with the fucking movie trivia.
Oh yeah.
And how the fuck did they know that Steve was strapped to a chair when Steve was forgotten and stabbed?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure that was maybe in
it's the hometown
Gail's
though.
book or something.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So Steve was not forgotten.
What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, during that whole horror trivia, she name drops Peeping Tom, but not Black Christmas.
Yeah, but Peeping Tom was before Black Christmas. She's
I know,
but slashers, but
fucking no love for Black Christmas. They even name drop Don't Look Now.
Don't Look. Wait, what the fuck is Don't Look? Wait, isn't that fucking new fucking movie with Leo?
No.
I think that's.
Did I say Don't Look Now?
Oh yeah, that's Don't Look Up. Yeah. Sorry.
Don't Look Now is the Donald Sutherland movie.
Donald Sutherland. Fuck.
Yeah,
they name drop it when they're at the after party.
Yeah, Kinophile.
Wait. Wasn't she naming remakes?
Yeah, she says a whole bunch of them. Yeah.
But there is no Peeping Tom remake.
She named, I think, Suspiria too.
Yeah, she names up Suspiria.
Wait, when
This
did
isn't
she?
2011.
Wait, not in
What
the
the
remake.
fuck?
There's a lot of
Scream 4 predicted the future. Confirmed.
Suspiria, Don't Look Now, Black Christmas, Peeping Tom. They all get name dropped at some point.
Oh yeah, Tidal. What do you think of the Suspiria remake? Have you seen it? Because I know you really love
I've
the
seen it.
original.
It's good. It's good. Both
Yeah.
remakes have their qualities.
Yeah, I actually got more out of the Luca Guadagnino remake than I did the original. Maybe I need to rewatch the original Suspiria, but I thought it was great.
I still prefer the original one because of the light.
All right, so I mean, I've said if most of everything I need to say about Scream 4. I really like Scream 4. I think it aged very well.
Yeah.
Right.
I would say, as for negatives, I would say there's way too many fake jump scares that really bothered me. Not as many as 3, but I really hate those fucking loud ass. That sound that's just like some stupid shit. Like they open a door, they close the door, and there's someone behind it. It's like I hate that shit. I don't like that.
The
I think
hospital sequence is a bit.
it's a bit
It goes
stupid.
on for a little longer than it should,
I
but
thought,
otherwise it's pretty good.
I think it's just stupid what Jill's doing. I just think it's
Yeah,
stupid how
yeah.
Jill's acting with throwing away the whole plan over these really stupid things. But that's not. I mean, all the killers are kind of idiots towards the end of all the movies. So, but I don't know. Any other negatives you guys have?
I really didn't like the guy who was recording everything.
You didn't
Oh, yeah.
like that
Yeah, he
Robbie?
was decent.
What's his name? Or Charlie? It was Robbie who was recording everything with the fucking head cam.
Yeah.
Yeah, that felt a bit annoying, to be honest. I don't know what else to say.
No.
What favorite kill?
I would say probably.
I like the rooftop kill.
It wasn't really a kill though, because he killed her in the parking garage. He just threw her body off. I don't think she was alive when he threw her off the building.
I still count it.
I would say probably the girl early on that gets disemboweled, just because I love the disembowelment, and I don't know, it was just a very brutal kill. I really like that it actually a good violent slasher kill. I like that.
A good honorable mention. Oh, sorry, Tidal.
Go on.
Okay, if the fucking rooftop kill doesn't count, then I'll go honorable mention when the fucking aunt dies because she's sitting in front of the door and gets stabbed in the fucking back. The face she makes at Sydney is pretty fucking brutal.
Jill has to be well, technically she was still alive after.
Yeah.
But Jill's
The
death.
defib.
Yeah, that was
clear.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. I also it's the most basic slasher kill. I like when the second cop gets his throat slit because it just I don't know something about it with it bleeding. It looked good. It was a good throat slash. It's not even memorable because it's just someone getting their throat cut. But something about it. It looked good for this type of movie.
Throat slash. The fucking knife in the head's pretty good.
Knife in the head, yeah.
Yeah. Got that Scream 2 bathroom stall energy.
That was insane.
Better.
He was still alive after that.
A little bit, yeah.
For a rating,
would you rate it?
I would give it a solid 7 out of 10. I would say it's
8 out of 10.
Yeah, it's very solid, fun modern slasher. Not too many great modern slashers anymore. Even though it's not super original, it definitely does its job, and I like this. It's pretty good for being the 4th movie in a horror franchise, and I like that's kind of a return to form of teenagers being killed without it feeling too much all right, we're doing this again. And I just love me some good 2000s horror. It's just the vibes hit differently. So yeah, solid 7 out of 10.
I would give it 9 out of 10.
Nice. Damn.
It's that great of a sequel. It brings back the series. It revamps it. Everything's good about it. Yeah.
So
nice.
why is my first Why is my first note for Scream 5 just when the drip is lit? What the fuck?
When the drip is lit?
What? That's entirely That's entirely irrelevant.
Were you drunk during it?
As for Scream 5, so Tidal, do you want to just mute us or something, and then come back later for when we finish the episode and give our thoughts on the whole franchise and stuff, or do you just want to drop out and be done?
I think I'll bounce through it. My phone is at 6%.
Oh, okay.
It survived the entire time.
Okay, so before we get to Scream 5, what do you think of the franchise as a whole?
I think compared to other slasher franchises, it's somewhat consistent in the quality. It's a solid series, with the exception of 3, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
If it wasn't for 3, it would be an excellent series.
Yeah,
But,
I agree.
I'm really hyped for 5. That's for sure. I want to see.
I think you'll like it. I think you'll like it.
I heard there was a lot of cinephiles in that movie for some reason.
Yeah, yeah, it's good. It'll be fun to talk about in 10 seconds. But yeah. So if you're just gonna drop out from the call now, yeah, it was great having you back on, and
Yeah.
it'll be fun having you on next week or next episode if you want to come on then.
Not next week. Wait, yeah, next week because we got to record early.
Yeah, we got to record early because Andy's going on a trip. So
Right. I'll see about that. I'll try to watch Pulse next week for sure.
Yeah.
And Cure.
Yes.
I guess this is where we cut the 5.
Part ways.
Yeah. Part ways.
Yeah.
All right. It was
Right.
It was pretty fun to be here, although I didn't really talk much. I had a great time.
Yeah, it was fun having you back on. And yeah.
See you guys next week for sure.
Yeah, see ya.
See you later.